Explained by the Billy Meier contacts. Lee Carroll see also channeling and mediums psychics.
Contact Report 568.
The Cryon community is a widespread religious esoteric, delusional sect which claims to be connected through channeling with higher beings who would give alleged messages of Cryon and 36 high councils of light, in the form of 48 steps to guide Earth humans to awakening. The themes range from healing, manifestation, materialization, and telekinesis, to the complete formation of the light body, allowing the physical body to travel into other dimensions. However, the fact that all this nonsense corresponds to purely Earth-human schizophrenic fantasies is of no concern to the delusional believers who cling to this nonsense and believe it. There are flyers of the Cryon schools with which they advertise. There are also schools of consciousness of the New Age, which are said to be run by the sect, and which are being set up in all major cities in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, where there are also various Cryon schools. As you know, esotericism comes in many forms, some of which are more insane and crazy than others. They function around light beings, cosmic parents, angels, and light UFOs, etc. These schools, of course, all have a certificate, which is issued by highly regarded personalities. The whole thing is nothing more than an occult masquerade theater, which does not belong to any serious institution, real club, or organization of integrity. In truth, there are also no certificates for this far-reaching sect and light figures, etc. What is noticeable, if you get to the bottom of the sect, is the completely different pricing of the Light Hour seminars, which are run at different schools and thus sell the interested or believers for stupid and dumb. It is doubtful that the believers will see the light at these seminars when they look at their empty wallets, because anyone who is stupid enough to believe in a crazy esoteric sectarian nonsense and also believes he can hear angels singing will only realize this nonsense when he has been completely exploited financially and is starving. Of course, it is allowed that the human beings who are weak in intelligence, as well as those who are highly developed in intelligence, are delusional believers who believe in the nonsense of a god and in the nonsense of angels, light figures, light crystals, in a high ascent into light, in light-filled cosmic parents, and other such nonsense. But it is very unfortunate that still in the third millennium, when enlightenment regarding reality and truth is finally offered, there are still countless human beings who do not have the power of their intellect and reason to perceive, recognize, understand, and follow the effective reality and the only truth that emerges from it. In a Cryon session, the following results. The light being who wants to lead earthly humanity into a new age speaks to its believers sitting in the meditation center, keeping their eyes closed and their hands open on their thighs, as in meditation. The alleged message, which is reproduced on a CD and which the alleged angel proclaims to them, is in any case always banal, unreasonably inadequate, and, for reasonable human beings, absolutely stupidly childish. The angel reveals himself in a very earthly female voice and lies, "I am Cryon of the Magnetic Service," and says that the Cryon followers should not doubt him, even if he does not speak directly to them, but still uses the strange voice of the medium. Further, this angel invites all those who have faith in him to breathe the light in very deep, probably to avoid starvation. Further, he lets us hear from him. We are now transmitting the golden blue frequency, after which he demands that the followers of the sect repeat words in a language of light created by him. Ananasha Cryon, it is claimed, is an alleged spirit being. In reality, however, all this nonsense was invented by the U.S. esoteric author Lee Carroll. He pretends to be the medium of this alleged spirit being, and therefore lies that the messages he writes, called transmissions, are received by this being or angel as channeling. If, however, these messages are read or heard with a normal and healthy mind and clear reason, then it cannot be avoided that the author of the nonsensical message must either be schizophrenic or drunk as a topsy-turvy in his respective actions. The basic point is that all this boundless nonsense is effectively just about finding stupid believers for the sect and keeping them in line through fear, anxiety, and hope. And if the Cryon messages, or the pathological Lee Carroll nonsense, the author of which belongs in a padded cell, is closely examined, then everything in the Cryon sect is nothing more and nothing less than a contempt for humanity, wrapped up in an exploitative light and pretended love. But this is apparently exactly the correct thing for sect believers, for whom every imaginable horrendous nonsense is just good enough to believe it, to champion it and to pay a lot of money for it, and to isolate themselves from reality and its truth as well as from real existence and life. Not only Cryon is currently very popular in the esoteric scene, but also the nonsense with the Indigo Children, which was also invented by Lee Carroll and spread worldwide. Carroll thus makes use of the egocentric fantasies of all those esoteric mothers who believe they have given birth to super children. These mothers do not shy away from abusing their children to satisfy their megalomania, which is based on the idea of having special indigo children who would improve the world in the future and lead the Earthlings on light-filled paths and into a light future. Through the Lee Carroll Cryon nonsense, a dangerous psycho-sect has been created worldwide, to which many cryosectarians of male and female sex belong. There are many invented messages or announcements by Carroll, which are said to have come from the allegedly angelic energy being Cryon, and which clearly show the danger of this psycho-sect. The bottomless and psychopathic bullshit of the Cryon sect alone, that the gullible, naive, stupid, dumb, and others of the mind and clear reason are not supposed to become superhumans with interdimensional abilities and energies for horrendous sums of money in a so-called light body process, breaks the ground for the barrel of reason. In the same way, if only enough is paid for it, the members of the sect should become independent of time and space, so to speak, and be able to cure even the most serious illnesses. In addition, idiotic pseudo-scientific arguments are used to try to convey a new world view to cult members, with the horrendous nonsense that even existing laws of nature could be undermined. And the hammer here is that many innocent human beings spend a lot of money on this disastrous nonsense, and even get into heavy debts, just as it is also the case with the Scientology sect in particular, as well as with many other religious or sham religious sects.